So Alex, how do you feel?
I feel pretty good. I feel strong.
You look pretty good. You must be feeling pretty good. So why now? Why you get into fashion now? What inspires you, and why at this particular time you decide to do that?
I feel like I love learning. There's so much to learn. I was like the king of the interns. I interned everywhere, put myself through school, and then came to America. And I was just learning the entire time, and I loved it. And I felt like as I got older, I'm just kind of not learning as much. I've loved design my whole life, and it just started coming out of me. It wasn't really a choice. It was just in me, like a lot of things.
So what inspired you to do this collection? And I mean, I absolutely love all the clothes, and it's very my style, and it's comfortable, and it's cool, and it's classy. But what was behind that? What was the idea?
I mean, I really base all the decisions in my life around trying to be happy, and just
so it's a happy collection.
Yeah, well, no, because I love darkness too. But yeah, I really want to look forward to my day. That's kind of how I judge happiness, So if I've got a bunch of meetings or I'm doing creative things, and at one point in my life about a year ago, it stopped. I started looking at my day, and I would just be like, this isn't exciting, Nothing to do with success, because I was having the most success I've had in my career, but it just wasn't exciting. So I felt like I had to just change, and then I just kind of just locked myself in my house, and then just started making things, and just started coming out of me. Like I said, it wasn't a decision. It's just in me, and it just needs to come out. And so it's kind of showing itself in fashion, a new approach to music. I'm writing a book. I designed a car.
Tell me about your book.
My book is just my attempt to be the most honest I can be, essentially. And I've written about, it's everything I'm kind of thinking about when I'm making stuff, basically. So it's just short poems, sometimes statements. I talk about marriage.
Tell me about marriage.
I think marriage is a concept that was made a long time ago, when people lived to 30 years old, and we had to have glue for society. I think in 2020, I don't think that it's a must to be happy. And a lot of the people that I know that get married, after say 7 to 10 years, they're not happy, I think people change so much in that time. So I don't think that the concept of marriage helps that. So I think if it's really important to you, you should do it if it makes you happy, but that can't paper over the cracks of not having be happy.
Do you personally believe in marriage? Yes or no?
For me? Yeah, I would. I think it would be unlikely, but I would do. I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. It just depends on the situation. If it made my partner really happy, maybe. Who knows? It's possible.
So why by Alexander?
The name?
Yes.
Well, it was my great-grandfather's name, and it was my father's name, and it will probably be my children's name. So, yeah, so it's probably I feel like the first phase of my life was Kid in the Corner and Alex the Kid, the younger phase of my life. And now I feel like I'm moving to the second phase of my life where I'm just inspired by different things. Different things move me. And so I'm just kind of thinking about the second phase, and that's kind of what it represents, just everything I'm really excited about now.
So do you think this time in the world where, everyone is quarantined and with everything going on, kind of make you do this collection right now? Mm-hmm. Do you think that was the right timing where you can kind of chill and be like, look, I have to be home, I have to be here, and, move home my thing and do it from the house? Do you think that really...
Yeah, I feel like quarantine really kind of helped me get back in touch with myself. My superpower is thinking. I'm not good in the moment a lot of times, or if I'm not one of those people that can be in a club and talk to people and network and say a funny story and then get their number. I'm the worst at that. I'm the worst salesperson of all time. But what I'm really good at is going home and thinking about how to solve problems. So quarantine really got me back kind of in touch.
Okay, the other question, do you sleep? If you're thinking a lot, how can you fall asleep?
I do try to sleep. I sleep.
How many hours a day do you sleep?
Depends. Like yesterday, I slept like 2 hours, but that was not a normal day. But yeah, it just depends. I try and get like 6-7 hours sleep, I'd say.
Do you meditate?
No, but I do pace up and down in my house and just kind of like think.
That's your kind of meditation?
Yeah, that's my meditation, yeah. That is a big one I do.
And what kind of fabrics you use in your collection and why?
So basically, I go like fabric shopping every week and I just go downtown.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I just really like, I reuse like a lot of things. Like I'm a humongous fan of Martin Margiela, and I actually wrote about him in my book. Yeah.
When it's out?
I don't know yet. I might, I'm gonna distribute it, and it's gonna be in the clothes in some weird way. And when people buy stuff, I'm gonna send them like a Polaroid of what I was doing that day, and just so they can really feel like what the creative process was like. I want to show people what it is, because it's not just like making the clothes, it's obviously hugely important, but it's also like the pain you go through before that and how you put that in there, and like sometimes, a lot of times it's not like easy, but I love the challenge of that. So I want to show people what that's like, so yeah, so.
And I heard about the store. Tell me about it.
So I'm opening a store in LA on Rodeo Drive in March. So I just literally got the store 1 week before Corona lockdown.
Wow. Seems like the Corona time is like the best time in your life.
Pretty much.
You create a new album, fashion collection, store, book. What else?
Lots of things. But I really feel like, what it taught me? The most important thing it taught me was that like I need to be intentional with my time. Like, can't let like time happen to me. I can't just walk through life and be like, oh yeah, I'm just doing that because, I should take that meeting because I always take that meeting or whatever. Like, it's just like time is all we really have, So like, I want to make sure that if I'm spending time with somebody or people or making something, I really, 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 really like I'm inspired by it. And that's the privilege that I know I'm really lucky to be able to have that, because a lot of people where I come from don't get that privilege, So I really want to try and make the most of it.
You've been successful in so many fields, and now you enter into fashion. Like, does this idea excite you? And you're looking forward for launching your collection? And
yeah, no, I think it's I love like my favorite time in life really was when I'm gonna sit down because was when I was an intern. I love being an intern because I learned so much. I was just like, and I feel like I'm doing that now with fashion. I've always really been into design, but. I have no fashion formal experience or anything like that, but I love learning so much, and so I just feel like I'm an intern again.
Who inspires you in fashion? Who's your favorite designer? Or
I would say I love Rick and Raf, the gods. Martin Margiela, number one. But I love like Pierre Moss. What they're doing at Pierre Moss is super sick. I love their like business model, and like I really feel like they're young guys, but I really feel like it's like they're creating a legacy. It doesn't feel like it's gonna go anywhere soon. I love Matt Williams, who did the sickest hardware for Dior. Oh my God! And he's creative director at Givenchy. So yeah, there's so many young people I feel like that are sick.
So Alex, what's your obsessions? What are you obsessed with?
I'm obsessed with being obsessed. Yeah, so
That's a good one.
No. I'm obsessed with making things. I love it. So that's really, it's that simple for me. But I really find that like obsession is like the one thing that I've really mastered that like has been so helpful. That's my talent. I'm not really talented at many things, but like I feel like being obsessed is one of them, and that just allows me to kind of like learn quickly, I guess, because I'm really good at like seeing only one thing in my head and like removing the noise, and I love living that way. I'm so happy when that's happening.
So is inspiration is really important to you? Do you feel like you have to wake up and be inspired by something, and that's how you set your day? Or
I try to be inspired as much as possible, because it's happiness, when you're just like excited. I love being excited. When I was 20, I wrote this plan called the Look Forward Plan, and I said by the time I'm 40, I want to look forward to every single day and every single thing in my day. And if I don't look forward to it, then I just don't want to do it. And I feel like I'm almost there. I'm at 95% there. So just trying to get to 100.
So what do your day looks like when you wake up? What do you do? What time you wake up? What do you eat? Where do you go? Do you like to build plans, or you like just kind of?
I do build plans, but like I also like I wake up every day and just do whatever I want. Literally, like I have like a little bit of a framework, but I wake up pretty early, like 6 or 7 most days, and I attack the day. You know, go downstairs. Everyone comes to my house. Like the people that work with me, like they start coming to my house at like 7 a.m. and we just start making things. And I just like I might go buy fabric. An artist might come over. We might make music.
Can you be still in one place and don't do anything? Like, do you have those days when you wake up and you're just like, I just gonna watch TV and chill and eat French fries and swim or do you feel like you always have to be on the go and do something and?
No, I have those days. Like I like chilling, especially with friends. And I like great conversations and stuff. And so I like those moments too. Those moments really help inspire me to like make stuff a lot of times, because when I'm a lot of times talking to people, I'm writing a song in my head, or like I'm thinking of like collection inspiration, or just seeing how I can like repurpose that and like put it in the world in my kind of way, in some way. So I love it. I love I'm not really like, I wouldn't say I'm a people person, but I love understanding people. Like they fascinate me. I love like understanding people from different places and like
do you like Russians?
I love Russians.
Okay. Good answer.
Yes. Do you like Russians?
Yes, I do.
True. Who doesn't like Russians? Everyone likes Russians.
Do you like to travel, and where do you want to go, and what's your favorite place, and what do you miss in this quarantine days? Like any traveling plans?
Yeah, I didn't really go anywhere for like 15 years because I was just working every day. But like around last year, I started to travel more. I only went places for work, so like it was the same kind of music places. And so I just decided to like just travel more, So I've been like the last year and a half, I've traveled more than I've traveled my whole life. But there's so much I need to see, I love meeting different people, like I said, and just talking to them, understanding their perspective on things. So I can't wait to like find more places. I love going somewhere for the first time, you never forget that a lot of times. That's the vibes.
What are you going to do for your birthday?
I'm going to release an album.
Yay! That's the most exciting news.
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to it? Are you nervous? Are you excited?
I'm ready. So it feels good to be ready. Let me ask you a question.
Okay. Go ahead.
Are you inspired?
I am.
That's dope.
I try to get inspired. Every day, and I mentioned before I love to learn about like the license set and people, and I kind of found myself now preferring to do video than stills, and it's just something cool about it because you can really be you and do the thing that you really feel to do.
That's dope, because most people, it's such a privilege to have that, because most people don't get that, Everyone I grew up with doesn't really have that. And it's sad. So if you have
Do you miss your hometown? Do you miss your family? Do you get inspired by your family into music and fashion?
Yeah, I miss the people. I love English sense of humor, So I don't really miss the weather, but like I miss the
Wait
people.
till you go to Russia. Then I'll ask you a question if you miss the weather over there.
Yeah, I don't know. I miss the people for sure. But I'm gonna try and go more,
What's your goal in life?
To be happy, to build partnerships with people, to have a family at some point, and just try and like inspire or help people just be better.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
10 years, I probably will have a family, and hopefully just
married. Maybe, possibly.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Crazier things have happened. Maybe married.
How many kids you want to have?
2 or 3. And just keep making stuff and just helping my family and just trying to be happy. I think it's like a thing that you always have to like kind of check in on it. If you let it just sit there, it just doesn't. You have to. It's a constant everyday thing that.
Do you believe somebody can make you happier, or you believe in happiness within yourself?
Within yourself.
Yeah.
I think it's an independent thing.
Yeah.
And I think like if you really love somebody, you try and give them their own independence, you know. And a lot of times people don't, you know, because they might be trying to control them or whatever. But if you really love somebody, because then as well, like I feel like if someone depends on you, then you don't really know if they really love you, you know. If someone's independent and they still love you, then that's real. I feel like if someone needs you, you don't really know that's real. So yeah, just try and empower people to be independent. I think is a vibe.
Do you believe love from the first sight?
No,
You don't.
I believe in lust at first sight, but I believe that to really be in love, my definition of love is true understanding. You know, you can't understand someone in a day. I don't care how good they look. I think that takes time. Do you believe in love at first sight?
No. No. Definitely not. No. What about friends? Do you have a lot of friends? Or you keep small circle of friends?
I didn't have any friends for a long time, really. Like I have a lot of acquaintances.
Hello, welcome to my world. Me too. They're like, she's Russian. We have to stay away. Dangerous.
You have Inga though. So.
Yeah.
What's up, Inga? Yeah, no, I think so. I didn't for a long time, and then I feel like as I've got older, I'm not by any means great at this, but I'm trying to work at this. Like, just be more vulnerable. That's one thing I struggle with sometimes, and I think that like now in the last year, I just having friends I think helps that, you know, because you know, but it's a constant battle for me. That's the thing that I gotta get better at when I have kids.
Guys, I think we should cut
Cool.
and
No, I have more questions.